Coming up next on BG24 News, live at 5:30.
ESPN is here tonight to rock out the doit for the football game.
Reporter Jonathan Kyle-Holtz gives us the inside look on tanning beds.
And some shocking news about popular alcoholic drink in BG.
Plus, a look at your Black Swamp weather forecast and BG24 sports. It all starts right now.
County's live local news starts right now. This is BG24 News, live at 5:30.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Tom Bigley.
And I'm Scott Crisco with our top story tonight on BG24 News. The Doit will be roaring tonight when BG football takes on the Miami Redhawks. It will be the Battle of the Birds. BGSU cheerleaders pumped up the crowd earlier today in front of the Student Union. The game will be broadcast live on ESPN2. Students get in for free and will have the chance to win $40,000 for kicking a field goal. Other giveaways at the game include t-shirts, free concessions, and free hand warmers. The pregame football team walk begins at 6:45 and the game kicks off at 8 tonight.
And if you're looking for something to do before the game, head over to the multi-purpose room in the Student Union, where McDonald Hall is putting on their own tailgate party. Activities will include root beer pong, DJ music, and mocktails. The University Police and Wellness Connection will also be there. The tailgate begins at 6 tonight, so after this broadcast, check it out.
Veterans can also join tonight's football madness. Soldiers get in for free. Anyone that has served in the military needs to show a valid military ID. In addition, veterans' family members can get tickets for only $8. These discount tickets are available at the door tonight. There will be an additional veteran tent set up for tailgating before the game to provide refreshments for those who have given their lives to our country.
Students buying Coca-Cola products got a surprise today. A man inside the machine handed students their drinks. The Student Union was packed all day with students waiting in long lines to get a bubbling bottle and even special prizes. A Coca-Cola representative says that this is a thank you for students who support Coke daily.
We have anything from Coke 20 ounces, 2 liters, to chicken wings in there, to full-blown cakes and various BG apparel. So pretty much the whole gamut.
Students are flocking to tanning salons to maintain their sun-kissed look in these winter months. But is it safe? Reporter Jonathan Kyle-Holtz sheds light on this cosmetic choice.
In order to maintain that summer sun-kissed look during the winter season, Bowling Green Falcons have tanning bed fever.
It gives you like a good color and makes you like feel better about yourself.
I always get a little palm treat right on the inside of my waist, like on the thigh.
For students to get their bronze on, Tan Pro across from Harshman is their best bet. Here is a typical 20-minute tanning bed that so many of us have indulged in. But maybe you're more advanced than that. Then you should check out this Ultra Monster tanning bed, which pumps even more radiation into your skin. Speaking of radiation, are these beds healthy? We've all heard the warnings and even seen movies like Final Destination 3, which paint a not-so-positive picture of tanning beds. Now, obviously, Final Destination 3 is a dramatic take on what tanning beds can do. But what does research truly say about tanning beds? The fact is scary.
The fact is that using a tanning device, you're using a carcinogen.
Faith Yingling, the director of the Wellness Connection, shared with BG24 News the unfortunate dangers of the tanning bed.
Using a tanning bed once a month increases your chance of melanoma by 75%. Using a tanning bed for 20 minutes is equivalent to being in the sun for about 2 to 3 hours with no protective factor on. You need to know what you're engaging in, and if that's a choice that you make.
Since we all live in Ohio and the sun doesn't really, we're not really exposed to the sun as much and it gets cold, people sometimes get depressed. There's other ways that you can go about trying to overcome this depression. Having a balanced diet is one of them. You can also exercise, that's a good one.
Well, there's a lot of different lotions and self-tanners that you can use that can give you that same look.
But if you do decide to continue using the tanning bed, Faith urges you to do one thing.
If you're tanning a lot, have your full body checked out. And this is not just, let's keep, part of your clothes on. You should be fully naked and get your entire body checked out.
But hopefully the next time you and your friends consider going tanning, you think twice. Reporting for BG24 News, Jonathan Kyle.
For more shocking statistics about tanning, check out BG24news.com.
The polyice boycott is still underway. A Facebook group of 322 strong is promoting that the students stop buying the famous town pizza. This all began when Polyice Pizza was accused of placing a sign outside of their restaurant urging people to vote no on the BG1 proposition. These propositions allow gays and lesbians rights to prevent people from discriminating against them. Rumors were floating around that if the propositions passed, a Facebook movement called Boycott Polyice would start. And as you can see, they weren't bluffing.
Reduce, reuse, and recycle those old phone books. The new campus phone books are in, but don't throw out the old ones. You can simply place an old phone book in your university recycling bin labeled newspaper. There is no need to remove the cover. For any questions, contact Sustainability Coordinator at nickjh@bgsu.edu.
You don't need to be an athlete in order to beat Toledo. The BG Toledo Blood Drive is back, and they need your help. The Blood Bowl needs donors and volunteers. The drive will begin to take place starting November 16th through the 19th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. in the Student Union. If you or your organization are interested in helping, send out an email with your name to Debbie Alderman at dalderman@bgsu.edu.
And now, weather anchor Jonathan Calholtz is here with our first look at your Black Swamp weather forecast.
Well, Tom, today was gorgeous. It was a little windy, a little nippy, but that's all right. We can deal with that in Bowling Green. Unfortunately, the rest of the week may look a little different than that. I'll have your full weather forecast coming up soon on BG24 News.
Thank you, Jonathan. Still to come on BG24 News.
One county in California vows to end childhood obesity.
And BG24 Sports is coming your way. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. Last week we told you about how one California county banned toys in Happy Meals in order to halt childhood obesity. And now San Francisco has taken it to the extreme. San Francisco has now banned Happy Meals completely. The move to turn Happy Meals into healthy meals was proposed because some in the Northern California city felt that McDonald's offers toys to entice kids to buy meals that don't meet nutritional criteria. The solution for some is to get rid of the exciting meals completely.
Students who are planning to move from residence halls to off-campus housing have something to look forward to as well. Reporter Seisha Galliard has more.
Now that spring semester registration is out the way, students are thinking of where they are going to shack up next year. And many students are thinking of moving off campus for the first time. Last night there was an informational program known as Off Campus 101 that helped to give students a few helpful tips. Some tips to consider before moving off campus included occupancy ordinances, sharing a lease, extra pet fees, and setting up utilities. Justin Harding is one of the students that is considering off-campus housing.
The biggest thing that I'm looking for is kind of more breathing room for myself, kind of being able to, not so much the restrictions, but having more room, more space, and being able to, not have to put up with the crazy, annoying people living right 4 inches away from the wall and whatnot.
As students are looking forward to the freedoms of off-campus living, Program Manager of Student Money Management Services, Patricia Donnelly, has one very important piece of advice.
Have a plan. Have a plan. Don't just walk into it blindly. This is a very serious decision, more serious than a lot of students realize. It is a legal and binding contract. So really have a plan, and that includes really knowing who your roommates are going to be and really being able to trust them.
Off-campus housing can be a very important matter. It's best to educate yourself as much as possible. If having further questions, talk to the Office of Residence Life, Student Money Management, or Student Legal Services. Seisha Galliard, BG24 News.
Housing sign-up for fall 2011 is coming soon, and students have something to look forward to as Falcon Heights and Centennial Hall will be available. These brand new dorms also have more dining options. Both dorms will have dining halls. Housing sign-up begins January 31st at 9 a.m., starting with same-room sign-up going until February 2nd. Learning communities and Greek housing are next February 3rd to the 7th. Sign-up for juniors and seniors starts February 8th. Sophomores and continuing freshmen, February 10th.
BGSU students are taking it to the court. the basketball court that is, for a good cause. The 2010 Fast Break for Lake 3-on-3 charity basketball tournament will raise money for Lake High School that was devastated by tornadoes in June. The cost is $10 per person and will be held at the Perry Fieldhouse this Saturday, November 13th. Only 4 people can be on a team. Sign up quick because spots are filling up fast. A new alcoholic drink is sweeping across campus and may not be a good thing. Four Loko is an energy alcohol drink made of chlorine, taurine, and caffeine. It contains 12% alcohol volume. That is 3 times the amount of alcohol in a regular beer. Many students like it because it's cheap and gets you drunk after 1 can. Campus Quarters says that they sell 35 cases of Four Loko a week. The FDA has gotten involved in this issue of the drinks and told the company that they have 1 month to prove that the combination of caffeine and alcohol was safe. This was in response to 18 states concerned over the safety of the drink.
People drinking it would just like go crazy, you know, with the caffeine and like go loco maybe. Who knows?
Because I think a lot of people buy it not knowing exactly what's in it. And so it's kind of scary to think that people are consuming that not knowing that it's full of caffeine and as much alcohol as actually is in it, you know?
Shoe the flu. Now's the time to get your flu shot. Today, Oles Camp in room 101A was used for giving out flu shots from noon to 3. The cost was $25 and BG1 cards are accepted. If you were not able to make it today, you can make an appointment with the Student Health Services. If you want to charge it to your insurance, just bring your insurance card with you and your BG ID ready.
The original Freedom Ride took place 40 years ago, but you can be part of a reenactment in May. 40 lucky students will load the bus in Washington, D.C. and ride down to Jackson, Mississippi, just as the first riders did. All expenses for the event is paid by American Express. For more information, check out pbs.org/freedomriders.
If you're planning on doing your homework late Sunday night, you may want to think twice. There will be a system outage on this Sunday, November 14th from 12:10 a.m. until 6 a.m. So your email will be unable to be reached, along with My Files and several other services. The outage is in place in order to complete upgrades. For more information, you can contact the ITS.
Still ahead on BG24 News.
Get your Falcon Pride ready for sports.
And stay tuned for your Black Swamp weather forecast. Stay with us.
Now, Wood County's live local forecast with BG24 Black Swamp weather.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jonathan Kyleholtz for BG24 News and your Black Swamp weather forecast. As we start off today, we had a very clear, gorgeous day. I hope you all enjoyed it. Obviously, we do not have much to worry about. Here's the Doppler radar. Nothing really much happening. You know, some storms up north, but in our area, as we will see in the next slide, is clear. If we can go ahead and go to that next one. Here is the Bowling Green area in the Ohio area. Absolutely nothing to worry about. Clear skies. It's gorgeous. Here are the temperatures for the day. It looks very, very warm. Not very warm, but fairly warm for this time. Bowling Green, we were looking at, you know, mid-50s and nothing too much to worry about. Here are your current conditions. We've got 57 and sunny, ready for that big football game tonight. Precipitation, no, 0. And wind east-northeast at 12 miles per hour. Tonight's forecast is looking windy. We will be dealing with a lot of wind over the next few hours. And we've got sunset at 5:20, so it looks like it's already dark out. Precipitation, we do not have any of that. Winds east, 14 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, for all of those veterans out there, we salute you. AM clouds, PM clear. So hopefully your afternoon, since you probably won't be waking up till then anyway, you will be dealing with some beautiful weather. A little bit of rain possible, but nothing to worry about even tomorrow night. And we continue with your 5-day forecast. It looks pretty nice. Nothing too much to worry about. It was a little foggy this morning, but tomorrow, as you can see with your flag bannered news day, it is going to be a little bit cloudy, but nothing too bad. And by Sunday, we're going to be back with beautiful weather, although a little cold.
Well, that weather forecast sounds great.
Yeah, especially for tonight, for the game.
You excited for the game tonight?
Absolutely.
Yes, he keeps talking about it in the newsroom.
Yeah.
Right. ESPN and BG. Can't have a better combination than that.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jonathan.
And with one letter on the board, Caitlin Burke of New Jersey won Wheel of Fortune. She guessed the phrase, "I've got a good feeling about this," and that she did. She was correct and won a trip to the Caribbean for figuring out the oh-so-appropriate phrase with only the letter L as her clue. She said her secret weapon was that she grew up with a family of super competitive game show fans.
The dream diet may be coming true. One professor may have found the key to this dream. A nutrition professor spent 10 weeks eating junk food and lost 27 pounds. Mark Haub wanted to prove that counting calories was the kind of dieting. After only eating Twinkies, Little Debbie cakes, and Doritos, he proves that this was true. Other health indicators improved as well. His bad cholesterol went down 20%, and his body fat percentage is down too. He says do not try this at home, though, because there is not enough information.
Does 120 texts a day sound like a lot? A new study shows that teens who text 120 times or more a day are more likely to have sex, binge drink, use drugs, and have sex. The study is based on confidential surveys of more than 4,200 students at Cleveland high schools. The study found that once students hit the 120 mark, students were 3.5 times more likely to have sex with peers who don't text that much. These teens have been dubbed hypertexters.
Just as she gets married and has children, she pops back up on Playboy's cover. Kendra Wilkinson Basquette is posing for the cover of December's Playboy yet again. It may not be exactly what it sounds like, though. Playboy is using photos of the park girl from 2 years ago when she lived in the mansion. There is no word on how her husband, Hank Basquette, feels on the issue, but then again, she has done this before. Stay with us. We'll be right back with BG24 Sports.
It's un-Falcon believable coverage that you won't get anywhere else. This is BG24 Sports.
Welcome to BG24 Sports. I'm Ian Steele. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, you know that there is an extremely big football game tonight. That's right. Tonight, Bowling Green will take on Miami, Ohio at Deutsch Perry Stadium. The entire campus is buzzing with excitement, and a few students chimed in with predictions for the game.
Miami game, there's always that Miami curse that they always pull off the victory, but BG performs pretty well under big crowds, and I think they'll have the support tonight and definitely pull off the wins.
Prediction for tonight's game is BG 28, Miami 21. Bowling Green 27, Miami 21.
Predicting it'll at least be close.
Odds are for me, I think the Falcons are probably going to show up tonight, and you know, it's a home game. We got ESPN, this is our house. I'm taking the Falcons win by 3. It'll come down to the wire, but I think we'll show up.
Once again, there is a huge football game tonight. Tonight at 8 p.m., the Bowling Green team will face off against the Miami, Ohio Redhawks at Deutsch Perry Stadium. The game will be nationally televised on ESPN2 and will give the team and our school extreme national exposure. As head coach Dave Clausen put it, quote, "We certainly hope the students, faculty, staff, and whole community will come out and help Bowling Green put our best foot forward and show some community pride." The Falcons are coming off another close game, but this time they came away with a win at Central Michigan by a score of 17-14, which was the first win that the team had in Central Michigan since 2004. As you heard earlier in the show, the game is also expected to be close by the entire student body. Miami is 5-4 on the year, but has been inconsistent as the past 7 games have been alternating wins and losses, as the Falcons are looking for their first winning streak of the season tonight. The Falcons have not played a football game since October 30th and have used the extra time to recover from injuries that have plagued them all season. Expected to return to the field tonight is safety Keith Morgan, and starting center Ben Boychek and cornerback Cameron Truss remain questionable. Moving on to women's basketball, head coach Kurt Miller addressed the media today discussing the beginning and the upcoming 2010-2011 regular season and some of the challenges his team will be faced with. This is what he had to say.
This is a new challenge for the senior class. Despite their talent level, they're not by nature a vocal leading group. Lauren is very quiet. Tracy.
Basically, all that coach is looking for is a vocal leader to step up at the beginning of the season. Now, moving on, finally, today the Bowling Green volleyball team announced that they have successfully recruited Erica Follenkamp from Minsler, Ohio, adding another talented freshman to the youngest team head coach Denise Vanderwall has ever had. This is what she had to say on the new recruit. "She keeps getting better and is exactly what we need to get back to the top of the conference. She brings the intangibles coaches look for, in that she is a hard worker, she's passionate, and she's a committed team player who is highly motivated. Camp will prove to be a versatile player for the Falcons, as she can play both setter and hitter successfully. She is the first ever to come to Bowling Green and have 1,000 kills and 1,000 assists in high school. Camp is bringing a number of honors with her next year to Bowling Green, as she has been named 2010 Midwest American Conference Player of the Year, AVCA and Max Preps Player of the Week, has been named to a first-team All-Ohio Player twice, a first-team All-MAC Player 3 times, a first-team All-District Player 3 times, and a 4-time team MVP. Now that's it for BG24 Sports. We'll see you guys at the game. BG24 News will continue right after this.
Well, you know, for a last look at weather, I just want to talk about how beautiful it's going to be tomorrow. We seriously have the most gorgeous forecast tomorrow. The rest of the week is fairly decent as well, except, you know, a little bit of rain on Saturday, but we can deal with it. We can deal with it. Next week is supposed to be fairly clear as well, but as for now, enjoy your day off of class tomorrow. Sleep in, have a little fun. I'm sure we're all looking forward to it.
I'm sure going to appreciate that time sleeping in.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Could definitely use it.
Exactly, because we know we could use a break, especially here at BG24 News. There will be no show tomorrow, but if you want information, check out our website, BG24news.com.
Well, and that's BG24 News. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, check out our Twitter page at twitter.com/BG24News.
For Tom Bigley, Ian Steele, and Jonathan Kyle Holtz, I'm Scott Kriska. We'll see you right back here Tuesday night at 5:30. Have a great night, everyone.